What's up?
Live. Hey,
Oh, what
everybody.
up?
Totally forgot about the countdown. We were trying to do the doc, and I forgot to check. I checked it
Yeah,
right on time.
man. Let me tell you guys something. Don't know how long you guys are into could hear us. I can explain.
Oh, yeah, no, they didn't hear us until
All
right this
right,
very
good.
second.
Yes, no. Listen, we really it was down to the wire. Like I was able to eat a quick dinner, watch the showcase, and as I'm watching, like adding all the notes together to get this show going.
Yeah.
So right now, currently finishing up the show notes.
Yep.
I got The Will to Kill. You're the last one making it, bud. Right on time. Uh,
Ooh, wee.
yes. What?
Nothing. I just wanted
Okay.
to say ooh, wee.
Will to kill.
Nothing about the showcase to pre-show friends. We're going to save it for the show. Joe and I have not really talked about it.
So you said you're gonna be angry at me this episode.
I'm going to, yeah, a little,
Okay,
yeah.
fair enough.
Not angry.
Is it
Just
because
like,
I saw Marathon come in a mile away?
no.
Because that was fucking cool that I was able to catch that. I did like no inside source.
I
It
know
was
that
real
was
fucking
good.
cool. I
That
was
was a
able to
good
catch it.
pull. I've never even
Yeah,
heard of that before.
yeah. Marathon's fucking cool. Marathon. I mean, we'll get to it in the show, but Marathon's always a game that I heard about and always wanted to play. Like my brother made it like this, like elusive thing, you know. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I'm excited about that. There's a lot of things to be excited about. I don't know if this showcase is one of them. Oh, all right. And let me get Zencaster up here. Look at us. You're seeing how the sausage is made tonight. We're really in like a rush.
A nice
We're
little quick intro. Nothing crazy.
nothing. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Why? I'm not gonna look at it. But why
Oh
am I
no, it's
afraid to?
nothing. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not salty or anything. It's just a quick factual sentence because we're really only going to be talking about
Yeah,
the
one
show.
thing today.
Also pre-show friends. We'll say it
Yeah.
again later. I know we said earlier we were going to show you the interview with Ben on the video and live. The video is so big that Joe was not going to get it to me in time to show. However, it will be a part of the audio version.
Yep.
And it will be up on YouTube, right, this week?
Uh, yes. Or we could put it on like next week's like show for video. Whatever you want.
No, let's put it up
Whatever
this
you
week.
prefer.
We'll just have a
All right, put
separate
it up
video
this week.
of it.
Okay, I could put it up on Friday. Friday
Yeah.
would make sense.
Yeah,
Cool.
I think that's good. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
It's been a day.
It's been a minute, y'all.
It's been...
Honestly, I've been on go since we started. Like
I
since
thought I
what?
got a lot of
3?
sleep, right? Like I thought I
Yeah.
went to bed somewhat early.
Send casting link there for you.
And then
Baba booey, baba booey.
I thought I woke up at like 10:30. It was like 8 o'clock. I was like, man, I'm really excited. My body's like, wake up, showcase day.
Oh! I went into WandaVision for a sec.
M9
Not a
Prime.
WandaVision.
Yes, we will. Are we in this live? Are we going to
Yeah.
put a break for
Baba booey, baba
the
booey.
interview to go and act like it didn't
Yes.
happen? Okay, so
Yep.
when that happens,
So you guys are actually gonna see how we do it.
when that happens here
It's
live,
cute.
you'll know in the audio version where to go.
Yep. We'll have timestamps as well to this episode.
Oh,
I can't really promise anything about the showcase, to be honest. Like showcase, I could be like when we actually start watching it, and that'll probably be it. Because it's a lot of stuff, man. We're
I don't know where my pen
overwhelmed.
is, but I thought about this last week to make
What's up?
our lives easier, so neither of us have to go through
Why not
much
harder?
again.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to write the time codes down as we record.
Ew.
Make it easier.
Oh God.
Oh, did you see
Video yelling at me. What's up?
it didn't say it during the showcase, but Beat Saber is free if we already own it.
No way. Oh,
For
type that
PSVR.
down.
I'm pretty
put it-
sure. I will double check, but
Wow,
I saw
that's
that
awesome.
from Wario, I think.
Wario would never lie to us.
He better not lie.
Unless
I know where he lives. That's right. I know Wario.
Oh my God. Personally?
Yeah.
Like a friend from work?
Yeah, his name's Mario. It's really strange.
Oh boy. Is Wario's name Wario Mario? Like, are they cousins or something?
It could be.
All right, fair enough. Gonna put this in
And of course,
the...
chat, if you know, please tell me.
Yeah.
Oh, Remedy. Oh, we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna be so mad.
Tom Warren put out an awesome picture of the DualSense cube thing, whatever it's called. It's awesome. That's funny.
What are you doing?
What? Me?
No. Konami.
Not porn.
I'll bring it up on the show.
Excuse me? Okay.
Konami being Konami. Ay.
Oh boy, we're not.
Yeah. Beat Saber for
boy.
PSVR 2 is up on PSN. It's $30. Cross buy / free if you already own the PSVR 1 version.
Holy shit, that is awesome. Yeah, if you could paste that into the...
Yep, I got you.
You're amazing. You're amazing. Everybody, how's everybody feeling tonight as we were recording? Who are we? The show after reacting to it live, which is just nuts. I'm brain drained. So,
brain drained. What a word.
I know. But we got 9 minutes to go. I'm still feeling things. I'm still feeling emotions about this. I can't wait to really get in, the muck with you, as it were. We got 9 minutes left until the real show happens. That's funny. I really thought we were like crunching down to the last minute. I thought we were gonna have like 2 minutes left, Kyle. We got all the time in the world.
Yeah, I guess we do.
Stingray writes, glad we all got to watch it together. Honestly, that's the one thing that I think, we sometimes take for granted. It's like, I try my best not to. It's like these moments, we're all in it together. Seeing the community we've made together.
Damn it,
Oh,
Kyle, stop doing that.
Kyle, you're in the multiverse for a second. What happened?
I clicked on the Zencaster link and then I left the window open, and so our faces aren't on stream, but it's the Discord again, so y'all can see some of my friends on Discord, I guess, and all the links to Zencaster. So
yeah,
whatever. Be cool, chat. Don't join the recording.
Why do you sound like you're coming in from two outputs?
Because I think Zencaster you have Zencaster unmuted.
Oh, right. Oh,
possibly.
Oops.
I don't know.
So, say something again.
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy. Because it was also double on my end, so I had to mute Zencaster.
Is the way are my WAV files like moving on Zencaster? If you're taking a look at them right now.
No, they are not.
They're not moving right now.
Mine are moving on my end.
And you don't see mine moving.
I don't see yours moving.
That's problematic.
Can you hit record real quick and see if they move?
Let me actually just back out of the room. I'll jump back in because I accidentally muted the mic on Zencaster.
Oh, you can.
So it might just be stuck there for a sec. Enable audio playback. There, now I see mine.
Yep. Yeah. Can you see mine move?
Yeah.
How bad? Really, we're really good at testing our mics. We just make noises like that.
Yeah. You might be children. Oh boy. Let me tell you. Is there a reason they didn't show off Project Leonardo?
They did it in the montage, but they didn't show it as part of the accessories. That's a bummer.
Yeah, that is a bummer. I hope to remember that when we record right now.
Thank you, Jadis. We do that all the time.
All the time. Kyle usually starts it off.
The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow?
Oh my goodness gracious! And there's a part of me, Kyle. Can I be real?
Yeah.
I just want to go back into The Legend of Zelda right now. Just escape the internet firestorm and just take solace and comfort in The Legend of Zelda, where times were pure.
Question.
Yeah.
Are we gonna talk about what we've been playing? Can I have a stage so I can yell about Jedi Survivor?
Um,
Can we start the show with that? Just so I can get it off my chest.
how about right before the drop? Since you
Okay.
said there was a drop this week, yeah,
Yeah.
we could do
Yeah.
that quick.
Okay.
Uh,
Because you're gonna get a Kyle TED talk about Jedi Survivor, everybody.
I can't wait.
It's I'm gonna get real angry.
Oh boy.
Joe's already
Hey,
heard a little bit of it, so
yeah.
it's time.
Also, chat. You know what? I award people that come in early. Here's a code for grind. What is it? Grindstone.
Hey, sweet.
Look at that. I am a generous and benevolent god. That's right. I do have a complex. Everybody. All right. Let's see. Closing in. Closing in. Is there anything I forgot? Trying to look real fast. No, I'm good. All right. Kyle, are you ready to start the show?
Oh, you want
Are
to
you
start
ready?
early?
Yeah, let's just start it early. 4 minutes early. Let's just do it, you know?
Okay, hold on. Are we recording on Zencaster?
We shall in a few seconds.
Okay. Do you want me to switch over to the video before or after you hit record?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, do the whole intro with the intro music and then...
Oh. Yeah, do that.
All right, friends, we'll see you in exactly 16 seconds.
Oh, wait, no longer. Greatness has arrived. Welcome to episode 325 of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I'm your host, Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it is here where me and my best friend Kyle talk about the latest, the greatest in all things PlayStation. This week, we talk about the long-awaited PlayStation Showcase and our highlights on the lineup as we do it live each and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on youtube.com/@PS Trophy Room. Kyle,
Yeah,
we just did the thing.
we
We
sure
streamed our live reactions to the PlayStation Showcase. You could check us out as we're going through the high highs, the low lows, and the, you know, the
Mid-mids.
all of it that was this, yeah, the mid-mids that was this PlayStation Showcase. 600 plus days of waiting, and we finally see the future of PlayStation. But is it the future we want to see? Well, we'll get right into it. But before we do, I want to mention our Diablo 4 giveaway ends on June 5th. So if you want to enter, make sure you write us a 5-star review over on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify and share it at PS Trophy Room on Twitter to be entered to win. And guess what? If you already written a review, you're automatically entered to win a copy of Diablo 4 on whatever platform, because I know some people are very temperamental with that. They're like, listen, I love PlayStation, but Diablo, there's only one way to play, and it's on PC. So I get it.
Oh.
I get it.
Are those people from the South?
Most of them. West Virginia.
Do they
Country
have to
mamas.
also like roast beef sandwiches?
By God, I think they do.
Mm.
By God. Also, a little bit of housekeeping as well. The Trophy Room store, if you want to see some merch, get some cool tees, head on over to the Trophy Room store, link in the description. And of course, we start every episode with the Patreon pitch. Like we say each and every week, the reason why we look so good, we sound so great, is because of your generosity over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. I want to thank our newest member, Chris. I want to thank our premium producers, Todd Burowitz and Toxic. I want to thank our platinum members, Brad Presnell, Brent Gillian, Jedi Master and Cowboy Danger D, Jonas Young, Jose Jimenez, The Green Gorilla Gamer, Chaotic Monkey, Millennial Falcon Gaming, Ryuko Kill 90, Sith Lord 92, Stephen Fleesh, Droobles and Bits, Jay Shea, Bertos Maximus, Chris, and Hybrid 748. I want to thank our gold members, Awesome Dave, Cypher Primus, Doth Simon the Pie Man, Daniel Wells, DJ Hercules 89, Elo 2032, Jesse Garcia, JB the Purple Monkey, Hyde Indoors, Nagachaka, Katie, Kevin Mitchell, Kevin Diaz, Kevin Ainsworth, K Grim, Lambchop 93, Marcus O'Neill, Androsasaur, Astronaut Jr., Rick Arrington, Dewane Raksha, the Aztec King, Robbie Bobby Miller himself, Brenton Zachary, Brenty Blob, Bubble Boy N7, Captain Logan, Final Fan XZ, Hambone, JD Dillinger, M9 Prime, Stone Cold ET, Tino 6 Speed, M Cly H85, N Johnson, Sean McKenzie, Matt Pew 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 Pew, the Red Arrow, Spammin' Bammin', and Somnia. Thank you all so much. It's the reason why we're able to live stream with y'all, why we are able to hold these awesome events and look so good doing it and sound so great while we're doing it. Thank you all so much. Now, Kyle.
Yes.
Usually I start the show off with a question, right?
Yeah.
Usually we're here squaring up the news, but there's literally only one thing to square up this week, and that is the PlayStation Showcase.
Yep.
And as I saw immediately after getting off the showcase, there's a lot of mixed feelings about this. A lot of mixed feelings. We are 600 plus days since we've gotten a showcase up until this moment, and the feeling is negative. I'm not even going to say mixed. I think it's overwhelmingly negative. I want to know your genuine reaction to it, because I know when we first got off the showcase, you were a bit more down than I was about what we saw here. So before we break it all down, what I'd like to do is get your thoughts right now, break the showcase down piece by piece, game by game, and then see if our reactions or our thoughts change after this showcase or after all the games we go through. So
no, we both watched it twice.
Yep.
So we've had some time to let our feelings sink in,
marinate on it, as you said on stream. So I talked too much already. Take it away. Your thoughts.
Are we giving out? Do you want to start with a grade, or do you just want to talk about it?
I would say let's do the grade at the end. That's the carrot on the stick. Yeah.
Okay. After we. Okay.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, y'all. I'm so disappointed.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for a showcase for a very long time. This isn't the showcase I think we wanted or what we got. With a asterisk, I think there are some phenomenal games that were shown off. Do not get me wrong in the slightest. There are so many things in here that I loved. I love that PlayStation highlighted so many indies, and I'm so excited for that and to give them this stage for it. My problem with this showcase is it's a PlayStation showcase where the first party stuff that we saw was all CG trailers or like concept things, like the Firewalk thing. We got, it's like a sci-fi space shooter. And we got to see a ton of Spider-Man 2, which was awesome.
Yeah.
But there's like, there wasn't a whole, and Helldivers 2, we got some gameplay stuff in there too, which looks great too.
Yeah.
But like, I'm more disappointed knowing we still don't know what the unknown is. And we don't know anything really past this year. And that is frustrating.
Yeah, we don't know.
I think maybe take out disappointed and maybe put in frustrated. I'm just frustrated.
Yeah. I thought this showcase was fine. I think if this was a Jeff Keighley joint, if I could be real, Kyle, if this was a Jeff Keighley show, this was a great show.
I think a lot of people would be like, yeah, no, this was fantastic.
Yeah, because there's a lot of great games to be shown here.
Yeah.
But as a PlayStation fan, and again, as I thought this show was fine, as a PlayStation fan, I'm left wanting in not the way that they wanted.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm left wanting of like, I saw concept of games that I don't know you for. So, for example, like Haven's, Fairgames, right? Concord. I don't know PlayStation's pedigree when it comes to live service games, but I know your pedigree for single player games.
The studios.
Right.
Like, I don't know what the studios are capable of. But those trailers is what we have to go off of.
Yeah, so I would have felt much more confident if we got these two concepts. We got Spider-Man, which we'll get into depth about, looks
Yes, we will.
stunning.
Oh, yes.
And that reminded me, oh, right, this is a PlayStation showcase. We're going to see this type of spectacle. But I would have loved hey, here's a studio we know. Hey, here's Naughty Dog. Hey, here's Bend. Here's literally anyone outside of Insomniac.
Or any of the other games that we were shown previously
at
a showcase or a state of play that still haven't come out yet.
Like Stellar Blade wasn't here.
Yeah.
Rise of the Ronin, that had people really excited, wasn't here.
Yeah.
So overall, I think the showcase was great because there's great games here.
Yeah.
But my problem is, as a PlayStation fan, there is not a game to look forward outside of Spider-Man that is PlayStation exclusive that I know is going to be, we're going to unban the word tonight, a banger from Sony.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see that. There was no reassurance of like, oh yeah, Factions is here, or hey, Ghost of Tsushima 2 is here, even if it's just a splash on a logo screen.
Yeah.
That is my concern here, is that this is the era. This is now, at this point, this is Jim Ryan's PlayStation we're seeing. This is now his vision of it. And I'm kind of concerned I don't see the PlayStation that I love here, and I think so many of us love here. So though I think the showcase was fine, I think that this is definitely not the reception that Jim Ryan and his team thought they were going to get here tonight. And I definitely think they are writing notes going, okay, all right, we see where we did wrong here. We're going to make amends to this.
Yeah.
Because if this was just a showcase last year, fine. It's a fine show. Mm-hmm. But this is a showcase that we literally waited almost 2 years on.
Yeah.
And I don't think this was worth the wait, sadly.
And that's where the frustration comes from, is, and maybe they did, and maybe I just forgot that they talked about it, but maybe they were so focused on games that we were only going to experience this year.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these just ended with 2023.
Yeah.
I could maybe name 3 solid dates out of anything shown.
Yeah.
Maybe 4.
Which any of those dates could move. I mean, just take a look at the Xbox showcase from last year. And Hollow Knight, we were supposed to be playing it by now.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm totally fine with that. I'm not saying that's a bad thing that we only see things that we're going to play. That is a critique that PlayStation got previously, of them showing things too far away, and then it's like, well, when are we going to get them? It feels like a lot of like damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of going on. And I get that, and I'm sure it's incredibly frustrating. I mean, hell, go talk to the CEO of Embracer. He knows how hard it is managing so many studios, and so I can only imagine that kind of like what to show off, when to show off, whatever. But this being a PlayStation showcase, there was not a whole lot of quote unquote PlayStation.
Right.
There are a lot of really dope indies, which also here's where I'm gonna get on my
keep going on that rant for just a second.
I'm gonna get on my soapbox here for a quick second. A lot of people that I see that were hating on this showcase like to point out that they were showing too many smaller games, too many indies. I'm so sick and tired of that kind of thing, of just shitting on indies just because they're not the next big AAA blockbuster game. Indies are incredible. They tell amazing stories. They innovate. They move the needle. They are reasons why you play games in between the big releases. And sometimes they surpass them. And the fact that people aren't giving them the love that they deserve, or the respect that they deserve, really makes me mad. And so, like, when Joe, earlier when we were live reacting, you were like, yeah, it's a little too indie heavy. Yeah. I mean, like, well, again, it's like, what do you want PlayStation to do? Support indies more? Or right. Not at all. And I feel like they're supporting indies a whole lot. Basically, what I was ranting on, a lot of people were like saying,
no, I get it.
No, but it was bad because too many smaller games. Like, that's stupid. Yeah. These are incredible games by incredible studios.
I get your frustration there.
Yeah.
I really do. And I'm gonna fire back at you going, I love that they're highlighting all these smaller games. I think the frustration is when we go to these big showcases, what are we remembering?
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
You're remembering the big AAAs. So to me, I'm looking at this showcase going, yeah, there's a lot of indie games. And awesome that they have this spotlight. But the expectation has been set for decades of like, but when am I getting that Ghost of Tsushima 2? Right? So like to me, if there was just that other just a title screen of like, hey, don't worry, everything's okay. Here's Ghost 2. You know what I mean? Here's Ben coming out here, right? Here's Gorilla. Then I think we would have been okay, that's fine. Yes, Kyle.
because we haven't run into this yet since we've been streaming live. I'm getting a pop up. Hey, audio. This is how YouTube's working.
Hi.
Ads will run shortly for some viewers and give me the option to skip. Should we skip? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We
All
ain't
right, there
doing
you go.
that stuff right now. That's never popped up before. So sorry, y'all. If it has and I missed it, I'm sorry.
YouTube, y'all.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Continue.
so yeah, like to me, I'm not here to sit here and go, oh, indie game, whoa. I'm here saying, okay, indie games are great, and I love that they're getting this highlight. I have the expectation that there's going to be a big AAA game here,
Yeah.
and there's like a 10-15 minute lull of like, okay, but like, this is great. Now I want to see
Sure.
Ghost.
And
That's all I'm trying to get
yeah,
at.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not here
No. I
to
get that.
to trash on indies.
And I also feel like looking at the showcase, watching it twice, it was a little bit cookie cutter in where it was like, here are 4 or 5 indies or smaller games. Here's a big trailer. Here's 4 or 5 smaller indie games. Here's a big trailer. And it just followed that same kind of pattern. And like, surprise us, shock us.
Yes.
Like there was, like we got the Metal Gear Solid trailer, and then it just like was
On to the next thing.
cool artsy indies, which I love. But imagine the bombshell of like big, like keep going.
Right.
I think my frustration also lies with this. Just shows me, let PlayStation do an indie showcase.
Yes. And I think
indie only showcase something.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta
that's
find a
and
balance
that's
here.
my other frustration is like, let people again set the expectation. Kyle, I'm gonna fire back at you one more time about the indie comic because I take offense.
Okay.
We waited 600 plus days.
Yeah.
600 plus days.
Yeah. No, I get that.
To see Cat in the Wood run for 15 seconds, right?
Uh-huh.
Come on. Like give me something here. Like give me something that I know. Like again, I would be a-okay with indies being here. I'm not anti-indie. It's just give me the expectation that we all have when we're watching these big showcases. This would have been a great state of play. Fantastic state of play.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a showcase. This is the future of PlayStation first party. And that was my frustration with it. Again, as someone who thinks this show is fine.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I'm not down on it. I don't want anybody to think I'm down on it. I actually think I'm more positive than most on this. I think that maybe we're getting into semantics of the showcase itself felt sterile of like, oh yeah, we could expect this here, 4 or 5 indies, then big game. 4 or 5 indies, then big game.
No. I'm not saying you were trashing on indies in
Okay.
any sense. It just sometimes people, and you've been guilty of this sometimes, of saying of like poo-pooing the indie games just because they're artsy.
Yeah.
I think Landon in chat makes a good point here. Is just like, let's not cut out the indie games, but add 5 to 10 more minutes of big stuff. And I think that would have been
Absolutely.
a great compromise.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And again, I want to see more from the first party.
Yes.
That's why.
Yes,
That's what gets
absolutely.
my
The
butt
fact
in a
that we
seat,
didn't get
so.
any Astrobot during the VR section. Oh my god.
That was criminal.
You didn't even have to show us any of the game. I would have been okay with Astrobot popping up and be like, we're on another rescue mission coming soon. Like, just
Yeah.
something.
Just something. Just something.
Do
So
you honestly think, before we give our grades,
yeah.
do you think anything got held off for Summer Game Fest?
Yes, and I think that was a mistake.
I
If
agree.
it wasn't, I think that's a mistake. If there isn't anything there, it's still a mistake.
Yeah.
Death Stranding 2 I was yearning for it. I was like, okay, Metal Gear's here, but like maybe in a few games we'll get the Kojima joint.
The only
actual
thing
Kojima
I
joint.
could say, and you said it before, is like, it gives PlayStation a chance to quote unquote win the news cycle again if there's some games at Summer Game Fest. But like, there's nothing bigger than your first major showcase in 2 years.
Yeah.
I would have gone all out.
Yeah. So okay, let's before we give this thing a rating, let's get right into the games that were shown
again, game
by game.
Great games, everybody.
Yeah.
Great games being shown off. Just not the showcase I think we all wanted.
No.
You want to go game by game, or you want me to do it all? It's fine with me.
Yeah, let's do it game by game. Let's take a stop. And I put it in the show notes where if it's a big PlayStation game or something that needs a little bit of a description, we have the description here. So let's square up the first game on the PlayStation Showcase.
Absolutely. Haven Studio unveiled Fairgames, or Fairgame money sign. I'm pretty sure it's Fairgames, in 2024. The team and I are super excited. Is this from Jade on the blog?
This is from Jade, yes.
Jade Raymond, head of Haven Studio. The team and I are super excited to finally unveil the project we've been working on here at Haven. Our first new IP, Fairgames, is a fresh, modern take on the heist genre. In a nutshell, this is a thrilling, competitive heist game where you join an underground movement to rob the ultra-rich and rebalance the scales. In many ways, I feel like my own experience and the collective experience of our entire team creating new IP and working on captivating multiplayer games has led us here. Fairgames will give you an opportunity to break the rules as a modern-day Robin Hood, a thrill seeker, or just someone who wants to collect cool loot. Trespass hidden or trespass inside forbidden locations around the world. Fill your pockets like a kid in a candy store and unravel the nefarious plans of untouchable billionaires. Fairgames came from a desire to create a new type of PvP game with emergent sandbox gameplay. We want to deliver a fresh multiplayer experience that rewards creativity and mastery and delivers surprising stories each and every time you play. Every member of our team shares our vision to create welcoming and inclusive multiplayer experiences that glue communities together. This shared enthusiasm is the driving force behind our heist fantasy. How it really encourages you to work together in crews to plan and execute epic heists in the style and fashion you want. Fairgames will be coming to PS5 and PC, and we hope you are as excited about the game as we are. For now, we are heads down and focused on bringing Fairgames to life, and we will share more as soon as we can.
I loved all of this trailer. I'm gonna be real.
Oh yeah,
it looked like an Ubisoft joint. I'm gonna be real, like how
like Watch Dogs.
Yeah, it looked a lot like Watch Dogs, and luckily for them, I dig Watch Dogs a lot.
Same.
So everything about this trailer looked cool. It's like semi like futuristic, like they're going up to like Mission Impossible like elevators, like you're fighting guards as well as it's shown, people in the environment as well. Like there's a lot of gadgets and gizmos going on here that it gives me a lot of Payday vibes.
Yeah.
And instead of cops and robbers, it's robbers and other robbers.
Yeah.
I dug this concept. Absolutely. I really did.
Yeah, no, I did too. I would, just going back to the showcase as a whole, and it applies here, something I think would have been better for this showcase are things like this and Firewalk later, where we get Jade on screen talking us about this game.
Yeah.
Because this description is cool. The concept trailer was cool, but just like... Get us hyped. This is a new thing. We just acquired your studio. Like, tell everybody about how awesome the game is.
This game is, and the opportunity to showcase it on PlayStation for it to be your favorite.
Talking heads in there.
Yeah, it can't just be Jim Ryan in there.
No.
So again, maybe that's a note for maybe how these things go in the future.
I am very, very, very excited about trying this one out because heist stuff is cool. This also sounds a lot to me as somebody who's never done it before. Destiny raids, where you have to plan things out with a party and then go about your plan kind of thing.
Yeah, and the benefit, as it were, would be like, or the thing that makes it different is there's another team in there wanting to do the same exact thing you're doing, which makes it feel like there's some Warzone elements to that. Where you're trying to get to the same cachet as the other team. Sure. Those are always exciting. Always exciting. So I love the idea of this game. I just hate the name. I think it's a bad name.
Fair
Yeah.
games.
But anytime I can eat the rich,
Oh,
that's
yes,
fine.
please.
I'm all about that
I'll
life,
eat it
you
all
know?
up. Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, I love it. It's like a couple of billionaires. We're gonna rob them. Like, I don't feel bad for those motherfuckers at all. Let's do it.
Exactly. No, no, no.
They ain't gonna notice. Let's go raid Jeff's house. You know. All right, Kyle. Talk about the next 3 games here on the list.
Sure. Then we got New Immortals of Avium trailer from Ascendant Studio and EA. Out on July 20th. This is from the ex-Sledgehammer crew working on a single-player magical first-person shooter. And Joe put in Call of Duty with wands, baby.
That's right, but it's more like wrist wands.
Yeah.
This is. I even said it during the show. I'm like, this seems like a really fun, solid game. I don't think it's here to win any awards, but I think it's here to have a really fun time and play with some really interesting ideas that they probably couldn't when they were making Call of Duty.
Yeah. Apologies. New Immortals wasn't up next. Helldivers 2 was immediately after Fairgames, right?
Oh, my apologies.
I think that was the second one.
Yeah, I think you're all right. My bad.
No,
Again,
okay.
we had 2 hours to prepare this thing.
It is somewhere else in the doc before I go look it up. But
nope, we got Helldivers 2.
Yeah, but back to Immortals since we just brought it up.
Yep.
I think it looks cool. It looks fun. I think you said it on stream. Looks like a great 7 out of 10 game, and that's fine by me.
Yeah,
I'm way okay with that.
And then the next game, which actually had me pretty damn stunned, was Helldivers. And I'll cover that since I missed it in the notes. My apologies.
No, I got it on the blog.
Oh, go for it. Please take it away. Look at you.
From Catherine Baskin, the social media and community manager at Arrowhead Game Studios. Hello, future Helldivers. I'm Catherine, her title. And so I'm so excited to tell the world about Helldivers 2, our new cooperative shooter that packs in frantic third-person action against massive enemy mobs. Arrowhead has been quietly but furiously working on a sequel to our much-loved title, Helldivers. Our vision for the next installment always needed to be bigger, better, and more hellish. What you see in our first trailer will, we hope, excite you and blow your minds. Along with the trailer, we wanted to give you some details of what you can expect, so let's get you prepared for the fight. Fight for Super Earth. Freedom, peace, managed democracy, your super Earth-born rights, the key pillars of our civilization. These are under attack from deadly alien civilizations conspiring to destroy the super Earth and its values. You'll step into the boots of an elite class of soldiers whose mission is to spread peace, liberty, and manage democracy using the biggest, baddest, and most explosive tools in the galaxy. Team up with up to 4 friends and wreak havoc on the alien scourge that threatens the safety of your home, Super Earth. The Helldivers must take on the role of galactic peacekeepers in this galactic war, protect their home planet, spread the message of democracy, and liberate the hostiles by force. A lot of democracy talk.
Yeah, I love it. Well, let's stop right there. So Helldivers 2, it's ditching from what I remember it being more isometric. Yeah, top down. This one, it seems like it is more of a third-person, over-the-shoulder shooter, and with a squad of your friends. This gives me a lot of Super Trooper vibes. Yeah. But also it gives me like just seeing the facial animation on the Marine in the CG trailer, like that was wild to me.
Yeah.
And to see that translated into the game itself, this has me really excited. I don't know about you. Did you play the first Helldivers? Are you interested in this?
A little bit. I didn't give it a whole lot of time, but I just thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. To me, this is a yay. Like, I'm giving what I saw here a big yay. We're getting this towards the end of the year. This has been also rumored for a very, very long time.
I mean, our predictions, which we'll talk about who has to do a slideshow next week. Yeah. You thought it was going to be Shadow Drop.
Yeah.
Or it could have been.
I was surprised that it wasn't.
Yeah. This is also the second game on both PlayStation Studio games that the end title said PS5 and PC.
Yeah.
So again, it's not going anywhere, folks. So get used to it.
Brace for it. Yeah. All right, Kyle. What's the next game we got here?
Ghost Runner 2 from 505 Games, out this year. One hit kill, hack/run through each level. First Ghost Runner is so damn cool.
Yeah.
Very hard.
It's about perfection.
It's about perfection. It's really cool that we're getting a sequel, what I feel like is so quickly.
right? I think the
Feels like it
first
was just
game was,
yesterday, but time is whatever to me.
yeah, time's an enigma. I think it's either 2020 or
Yeah.
2021. Either way, it's a really fast turnaround for Ghostwire 2, which it looked stunning. Like there's now like vehicle play in it. Like
Oh
there's a
yeah.
lot
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
at play here for Ghost Runner 2. So awesome. That was also a yay for me.
Oh yeah, big yay for me too. Then we got Phantom Blade Zero from
Mhm.
S Game. I believe this was next year. I think 2024 or
No
no
date to
year
it.
at all.
No year at all.
I thought there was a year.
Nope.
It's a hack and slash based on Chinese lore. 66 Days to Live, and it looked dope.
It really did.
It sure
This was,
did.
to me, outside of Spider-Man, probably my biggest pop. I also don't know if it's based on Chinese lore. That was me being
there's just
dumb and assuming things. That being said, though, oh no, yeah, outside of China. There you go.
It's got
I
a
was
blog
right.
post too.
Yeah, look at me. Uh, that being said, though, Kyle, I want to know your thoughts on this because to me, it gave me a lot of somewhat Sekiro energy of like this game is all about your dodge and your parry ability. Uh, really awesome, not swordplay. I was gonna say gunplay. Really awesome swordplay mixed with what I thought was very like Jedi Survivor inspired or Jedi Fallen Order inspired traversal elements as well. Like there was a good mix up of both, running on walls, jumping on rooftops, diving on enemies, stabbing them in the back, all that type of stuff. Really fast gameplay, really cinematic as well. I'm really into it. What about you?
I am too. I'm just sorry. I'm reading the blog of this game.
Mhm.
It seems like it is. Well, it says it's a spiritual rebirth of the original Rain Blood. So I guess that was the original game. But here's just some. I won't read the whole thing because it's a lot.
Please.
They
Yeah.
refer to the combat as Kung Fu Punk.
Okay.
Like steampunk with Kung Fu.
hmm
In Phantom Blade Zero, you play as Soul, an elite assassin serving an elusive but powerful organization known simply as the Order. Soul is framed for the murder of the Order's patriarch, gravely injured in the ensuing manhunt, and though his life is saved by a mystic healer, the makeshift cure will only last for 66 days. Now he must fight against powerful foes and inhuman monstrosities, all while seeking out the mastermind before his time runs out. And then it's got like influences from Louis Cha's Wuxia stories, Bruce Lee films, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and John Wick 4.
That movie just came out, but okay.
I know.
Yeah. They're like they threw that into the SEO machine. They're like
Sure.
this'll translate.
Semi-open world.
Yeah.
Um,
Seems really cool.
it
Seems
does.
really cool. I don't want to, go too long in this, but this was my highlight game for sure.
Yeah, it was.
Kyle, what okay. Now your type of game?
No, I said it was up there. I didn't say it was okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
I'm just violent. I'm being very defensive tonight. Kyle, what was the next game on the list here, sir?
Sword of the Sea from Giant Squid. The Journey devs, also from Abzu, The Pathless. I'm missing another one.
Journey?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
There you go.
They're making...
Again, we've been streaming for 5 hours.
Yeah.
I get it.
It looks like that kind of exploring kind of game that they're known for.
Yeah.
You're like, it's like half snowboarding, half skateboarding in the sand. It's awesome. It looks beautiful.
It's like a more tranquil Tony Hawk.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm down for the vibe.
I'm so down. It's very, very cool.
Yeah.
Then we got Talos Principle 2 from Crow Team, sequel to a great indie puzzler. I've heard great things about the first puzzle game.
Very great. Very great.
So very cool that it's getting some shine here. And also
That was out like 2021, 2020. Like, again, one of those games, like, quick turnaround.
Yeah. One of 3 Devolver games in this showcase.
Yeah.
Which was pretty cool.
Yeah. Again, this also translates a lot of what they were talking about here translates to something we'll be talking about next week, where they were talking about their financial quarter and their future that they see as pillars of PlayStation, and Devolver actually being the one pillar when it comes to delivering indie content for PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really awesome to see kind of the vision on a PowerPoint being translated here in front of you. So the vision is clear, but we'll talk more about that vision. So
Yeah.
take away. What's the next game we got here?
Neva from Nomada Studio, the studio
Yep.
behind Gree.
Mhm.
Another beautiful drawn looking game. Could not watch trailer upon second viewing.
Fair enough.
If you didn't catch it live or didn't see my tweet earlier, we had to put my dog down today. So seeing that doggo wolf creature die,
Yep.
not great for my
Not great for your mental health.
today. Yeah, definitely not. But it's, come on, you can't tell me you don't look at that game and make, man, that's art. That's
Beautiful, right? You're like, how did you translate? Like, it literally looks hand drawn. How?
Yeah, how exactly?
That's where I'm like, video games are magic.
Yep.
And yeah, I loved this game as well.
Very cool. I need to play Gree. I've heard nothing but
stunning.
great things.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful game, no doubt.
Here comes my least favorite thing ever.
Uh-oh.
Foam
Take it away.
Stars from Square Enix. We have Splatoon at home, kids.
Why didn't you like it, Kyle?
The trailer, the CG stuff was fine. Upon second viewing, seeing that the gun is called Bubblo, everything is bubble themed, and then when the gameplay, it doesn't look like a this gen game.
It didn't look great.
It doesn't look fun to me.
It does look like
Splatoon also doesn't look fun to me.
Well, you're wrong there.
I know I'm wrong, but I'm just saying personally, it just
Well, Splatoon's a really awesome game because it's a third-person multiplayer shooter that is built on you can eliminate the other team, and in fact, that's part of the strategy, but it's not the whole thing. It's not reliant on kill-death ratios. It's about just painting one side of the map more than the other team.
Yeah.
And so what I saw here was very much more of that idea, but instead of paint, it's colored foam, and you get to build mountains of it. So now the other team has to kind of destroy your little creations as you're going around painting the map. So there's a bit more, for lack of a better word, like built like elevation to it, but verticality to it. But you're right. This one was
the thing that
Square. What are we doing?
While we were watching this live, you're like, oh yeah, that's a move straight out of Splatoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that in Splatoon.
Yeah, I think their basic gun is literally the basic gun that you start off in Splatoon with. I was like,
all right, Square Enix.
Yikes.
This
one was a yikes.
Not the additional Square Enix game that I wanted to see today.
Yeah, you thought it was going to be Final Fantasy 9 remake?
I wanted a 9 remake. I wanted Rebirth, but alas, nothing.
Here we are.
Next, we get Cat Quest Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh my God, what a title. Yes, Kyle.
What a title. Cat Quest games are rad. I know this is a silly trailer. It doesn't fit the showcase or what we expect. They're really, really cool action kind of games. RPG kind of games.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Like, would you say like classic, like Zelda inspired?
Well, I'm not the person to ask that.
Oh, fair enough. You're
Zelda. Right. I know.
How dare you?
Sorry.
It's all right.
I'm sorry.
Could you talk to me though about Teardown? Because other than the puns, I don't know what Cat Quest is. You know? Yeah, meow.
Oh yeah, sure. Teardown, Tuxedo Labs. You put in here Fortnite with guns.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right.
So Teardown, talk to me about it because you seemed like you knew a thing or two about this. It's like a heist game
it's been
where
out
everything's destructible.
Yeah, I know it's on PC. I remember seeing the demo years ago at some showcase. Essentially, you're trying to break in somewhere and steal something and get out before they catch you. But literally everything in the world is destructible.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything. And like you can use that to your advantage or disadvantage. And you just kind of have to figure out the best way to go about it, I guess.
Okay.
It's a very cool concept. It's not a me game.
Yeah.
So it's a nay from me on this one.
Fair enough.
Um,
I do want to point out
yeah.
Ron Savoy's comment about Cat Quest because I loved it so much. Jim Ryan loves Cat Quest. That's why it made it to the showcase.
There were a few cat games.
A lot of cat games.
Yeah.
You sensing a theme with Jimbo. Where he's really loves those cats.
It's pretty big on PC. People love that
Okay.
game. So
okay,
it's
cool.
It's coming to console.
Yeah, it looked like again Minecraft, and then I'm like, oh, you pulled out a shotgun. All right,
that's what you
and
meant.
then wackiness.
Minecraft
ensued.
with guns. You put Fortnite. That's why I was
Oh,
confused. It's like Fortnite already
I'm
has
so
guns.
Yeah. Again, streaming for 18 hours.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle. Here's the next one. I think we could both agree looks
What's a huge yay?
incredible. Yes.
And it hasn't dipped my excitement since we saw it, I think, last year. The Plucky Squire from Devolver. There's another studio there. I just don't remember what it is. It is essentially a storybook that comes to life, like the Mario Odyssey mechanic of the 2D to 3D thing.
Yes.
And, oh, man, I'm so excited for this.
Dude, it looks so great. So, like, when
This
you're playing
a
in
Kyle-esque
2D,
game.
dude, and a me-ass
Yeah,
game, too.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is where we synergy. This is where we converge. But like the 2D aesthetic, like the combat seems like the classic top-down Legend of Zelda, and then when you pop out of the book, it is like a 3D platformer, like akin to like a Zelda or sorry, a Mario, or like with the action of the like Link's Awakening. So like it's really I love this. This had me through a loop.
I love the book aesthetic of it all.
Yeah.
And I want to give shout out to, I always get these letters mixed up, the Cuphead devs.
Okay, MDHR.
Yeah, for really bringing the aesthetic of making things look like retro things that we love, like our old storybooks from when we were kids, and like Cuphead, obviously the old like cartoons or whatnot. So I love this aesthetic. I cannot wait for this. And it still says 2023, which is good for us for Fantasy Critic.
Oh yeah, you love to see it.
Pretty well.
All right, Kyle. I'm digging this. You're digging this.
Yeah.
This is a game that I felt needed a description because when we saw it in the showcase, we just assumed we assumed it was just a Breath of the Wild clone.
Yeah, this one is a 2024 game.
Okay, take it away.
I'm pretty sure it said 2024. Towers of Aghasba.
We'll just say Azkaban.
No. It's from Dreamland Incorporated. The vibes. An open world builder akin to Breath of the Wild meets Shadow of the Colossus. The description. Towers of Aghasba, where players can build vast settlements and grow sprawling ecosystems on their fantasy island. Express your creativity by developing your island in any way you want while striking a balance between advancing your civilization and maintaining the island's ecosystem. As a young builder returning to your ancestral lands of Aghasba, I'm pretty sure I said it differently every single time, you are tasked with helping your tribe rebuild their lost civilization. However, the desolate island can barely sustain the people of your tribe. The gods of Aghasba are wary of the return. You shut it, you. Wary of the return of humans to the island as well. They fear the destruction of the land that came with the growth of human civilization in the past. To appease the gods, you must learn to strike a balance between rebuilding your civilization and fostering, I'll do it for you, Azkaban's mystical ecosystem. Maintaining this balance creates a unique dynamic that sets Towers apart from other building games.
Interesting.
I mean, Ron Savoy and Jade is in chat saying it looks like Tchia meets StarCloud, which is exciting.
That's actually I actually really like that.
Good. I like StarCloud a lot.
Yeah. How did you take it though? At first glance, and now reading it here.
I'm never a huge fan of building things in games.
Fair.
So the moment I saw the character like chopping down a tree for materials, I'm like, oh man, it's not for me. I like the scale though. The scale is really cool. Like you jumping off of the edge of a mountain or something, and there's these giant stingrays flying through the sky. Like it's visually very cool, and I like how the scale of everything. But didn't light a fire under my ass. This one did.
Fair enough. Yeah, it didn't do much for me here. I do want to give them the fair shake though, by reading the description out, and definitely check out the trailer. Maybe I'm just in the minority there.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm not in the minority of?
Ooh, what?
Being hyped as for Metal Gear Solid Remake.
What?
Let's go!
Yeah, MGS 3 remake Snake Eater was unveiled next. TBA.
No date. Not even 2024.
Or who's doing it, really.
Yeah.
Um,
But the trailer was cool.
yeah.
It was a really cool CG trailer of just like seeing, prey, eat prey, eat prey. And then as we're going through the jungle after this huge anaconda versus alligator fight,
Yep.
we see who's lurking in the shadows? Big Boss himself.
Ooh-wee.
Snake. Just chilling out, relaxing. I am super excited for this remake, Kyle, because I am not a Metal Gear fan. Y'all know we got into Kojima with Death Stranding. So now knowing that this game is going to get the modern facelift, I'm excited for this game. But at the same exact time, Kyle, we don't know who's really making it. As of right now, as of recording it, again, 2 hours of a break to research all the things. I have no info on who's developing this outside of Konami. And that is the thing that does concern me a bit. How about you?
It does scare me a little bit too. Like Joe said, don't have a huge history with Metal Gear Solid. I played a little bit of them here and there. I'm sorry for that one commenter who said I shouldn't be talking about Metal Gear Solid. But, whatever.
Too bad.
Suck it.
Yeah.
It looks, again, I'm saying it looks cool. It's a CG trailer. The vibes are cool.
The vibes are cool. The vibes that we're getting are cool. The thing is, I don't want to constantly trash on CG trailers because they often give us the sense and the vibe of.
Yes.
But when there's too many of them,
that is where
I can understand where the critique is.
Exactly.
Fair. Fair.
Also, apparently, it's called Metal Gear Solid Delta. The triangle is pronounced Delta.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Look at that. Maybe you have no right to talk about Metal Gear here. But the cool thing, Kyle, is the Master Collection. I was going to say the Master Chief Collection.
I know.
The Master Collection Volume 1. Volume 1 coming in autumn of 2023. That comes with MGS 1, 2, and 3 in their current form. So not remakes or remastered. They're just ports from probably the PS3 collection.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, chat. Apparently YouTube ran ads anyway. So we got to figure that out next week.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Cool. I mean, the Master Collection is cool. I mean, I was just so frazzled. The Master Collection is cool. Interesting that it only says Volume 1. Mm-hmm. And also what I was alluding to earlier before we went live, we were trying to get everything. Konami put a picture with this, and in the bottom corner, it said, volume. Here it is. List of games: Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, plus ? Stay tuned for more information.
Oh, interesting.
So I don't
Do you
know
think that means?
I don't know.
You mean maybe that's Metal Gear Solid 4?
No, I think that's a selling point. If that is a hidden thing, maybe the smaller ones like
the PSP,
like Metal Gear Acid,
or my brother loved that game.
Yeah, that's what I've heard people love these things. I don't think Peace Walker would be an additional thing. That I think that's big enough to have its own kind of thing.
Fair enough.
But
cool that we'll learn more hopefully soon.
Yeah, just Konami being Konami again.
Just Konami being Konami. All right, Kyle. What's the next thing?
We got a really red Final Fantasy 16 trailer, but no demo, which is a bummer because we all thought we were getting one.
Yeah. Bit of a bummer.
Summer Game Fest, I guess.
I guess that's coming.
We're less
We're
than a month
cutting
away now.
close.
So
Yeah.
like we've heard that there's a demo and progress carries over. When are you gonna drop it?
When are you gonna drop it? I thought this would be a great time to do it, but
It really would have.
all right, fair enough. We're all on board for it. I'm excited about it. You're excited about it. But it
Audio
is
listeners,
more Final Fantasy 16.
enjoy the interview with Ben Starr.
Yeah.
Video watchers and people watching live, you'll catch that video later this week.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. Gonna be exciting. That said, you know what had me excited?
Oh yeah.
Go for it. Take it
Alan
away.
Wake 2 from Remedy.
Mhm.
What shout out to the horror vibes this year in 2023.
Yeah.
Horror games are killing it this year.
This game looks amazing.
It really does, and I'm very excited. Very, very
Yeah.
excited. However, I'm not so excited with how I'm going to be able to play this game
Tell me.
because breaking news, Remedy said, you know what? We're not doing physical at all. It's going to be a digital only release. $49.99, which is cool.
Well,
Price is great. Digital
price is great.
How dare you?
But still, I mean, you're cutting out the middleman. They're saying, hey, listen, because we don't have to print any of these bad boys, we're saving $10. We're going to push those savings onto you. I think that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, no, the sentiments behind it are cool. Selfishly, physical media person, I want that box.
You're just realizing it's dying on you.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah, just another. I mean, the fact that collector's edition don't come with discs anymore. I mean, which is stupid in and of itself, but I know it's coming eventually. This seems like it's going to be the first major domino to fall.
Yeah.
Similar to like $70 games. So I'm wondering if this starts a new trend of other studios and publishers to only do digital only things.
Yeah.
And
That's a good point.
I don't know if I'm ready for it yet.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I know, speaking of like walking into GameStops, it's sadder than usual. We
Oh my
walked
God,
in
Best Buy's too.
Best Buy. It's real sad.
Especially
like we
from
walked into
a
one.
movie person. The
Yeah.
movies at my Best Buy are literally one tiny part of the wall all the way in the back. Used to be rows and rows, and now it's just they're all gone.
Dude, we walked into a Best Buy just to go amiibo hunting, which now they just don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
My brother and I, we walked in, and it was a row. Like
so
it was
sad.
really sad. Yeah, I know. It's reminding me that I'm getting old. But that said, I love buying games in my underwear at the safety of my house. So you know what? It's a give and take. Here's the thing.
Preloading's pretty cool.
It's pretty darn awesome.
Preload is
Yeah.
cool.
But Alan Wake 2, very interesting. You're not just playing Alan.
Yes, at least from the trailer alludes to.
Yeah.
Don't know how much of that game is that. Also, October 17th. Yeah.
Yep.
Of this year.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Sweet. Looks great. Can't wait.
The week before Alan Wake,
My God, so many games.
we get Assassin's Creed Mirage, which is the next game shown off from
Mhm.
Ubi. Shocked that it's here and not at Ubisoft Forward.
Very shocked. And I said it on stream and I'll repeat it here. A lot of this showcase really represents what PlayStation's strategy is we're going to be in your mind.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going to win the mind share. We're going to make deals with anybody that's everybody. We're going to shake some hands, kiss some babies. We're going to be, you're going to see us on Assassin's Creed covers, at the moment Call of Duty covers. You're going to see us strike deals to put get the advertising for Metal Gear. You're going to see us strike deals to get the advertising for our holiday games like Alan Wake. Like they're here to be everywhere in front of you. So
And
it's very interesting to see.
Yeah, you're gonna be watching a sporting game on ESPN or something, and then you're gonna get a commercial. It's going to be for Assassin's Creed, and it's gonna have the PlayStation branding, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, that game's only on PlayStation," because they're watching the commercial for it. It's what happened with Hogwarts. It happens all the time where people think of a game and tie it with a system, even though it's everywhere.
And the benefit for us, at least from what we've experienced so far, Jedi Survivor has good haptics. Hogwarts Legacy has fantastic haptics. So you're gonna get some special features, some special bells and whistles just by being a PlayStation fan and playing these on PlayStation. So to me, I'm like, this is a plus that I don't feel like we see in the moment because we're upset that we didn't see like a Ghost of Tsushima 2 here.
Sure.
You know.
Also, Savoy points out in chat that Lords of the Fallen is also out on October 13th.
Okay, there you go.
So what a week right there.
Eating well. October needs to relax already.
Slow down.
Yeah. All right, Kyle. Let's talk about the next stories on the list here.
From Finji and the Glory Society comes Revenant Hill. The year is 1919. After the barn he was living in burns down, Twigs the cat takes up residence in a wet log near an abandoned graveyard. When the owl from the next hill over starts demanding rent, Twigs must find a way to make ends meet, and things just get more complicated from there. Grow crops to sell at the secret market or use for your own purposes. Put down roots, run through the fields and the trees, watch the seasons pass. Make friends who become neighbors, who become family. Also make enemies. That's unavoidable sometimes. Figure out what the ghosts want. Host increasingly ambitious parties for witches and demons and other things that don't have proper names. Get tangled up in a world in the midst of violent change. Build a community by accident. Square dance with a possum. Eat mice.
Cute, whimsical game, but it's just not me.
It looks like Night in the Woods.
Yeah.
Artistically and graphically. That game's never been my jam. This might also not be my jam.
I feel like the next 3 games are the lull point of this show.
Sure.
For us. I need to preface because one of them, they're like, are you high and out of your mind? But this was a pass for me as well.
Yeah. And it's okay. Finji is huge on the indie scene. And again, love that they're getting a spotlight for sure.
Yeah.
This was followed by Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink is an action RPG where some of the most thrilling combat unfolds during co-op mode, during which up to 4 players engage in quests and battles together. The game's newest trailer showcases just one way in which characters with different skills and weapons can synergize. In Relink, every enemy and party formation has its own strengths and weaknesses. The key to victory lies in working out how these pieces fit together.
This game and the game that's upcoming look very similar. They gave me both anime Genshin vibes, and that's just not what I yearn for.
Did not know.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm just now thinking that I had the 2 franchises mixed up.
Uh-oh.
I thought Grand Blue was that fighting franchise.
That's what I thought too for
but
a
it's
quick
Blaze
sec.
Blue is the
It's
fighting.
Blaze Blue. Yeah.
That's where the
wires were crossed, my friends.
Which we'll get to later. We're not firing correctly. I think it looks fine.
Okay.
Probably something I'm not gonna play, but it looks fine.
Fair enough.
A game that I feel so bad for.
Same.
Street Fighter 6 out next week, June 2nd, from Capcom.
Cool. We're not fighting, guys.
Happy for y'all, but
exactly.
You must be real sorry. Mortal Kombat trailer just dropped.
Because that looks stellar. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
I will buy that game only to find out I am absolutely dog crap and I can't play it at all.
Yeah.
Street Fighter, listen, much respect. I hear nothing but great things about it. So it just comes down to I'm not a fighting game and the art style doesn't throw me as much as Mortal Kombat does.
Agreed.
Just simple as that. Yeah.
Then comes Tower Fantasy from Perfect World Games.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, are these the vibes from you, Joe?
Yep.
Oh,
the vibes are from me.
Joe vibes.
Sorry, I should have let you know.
The free-to-play mobile game coming to console doesn't mean it's bad, by the way.
Yeah.
According to Joe. In Tower Fantasy, exploration and adventure reign supreme, and we've crafted a massive open world that is waiting for you to dive in. We can customize your own character and begin your journey as a wanderer in the verdant wastelands of Asperia. But this is just the start. Beyond lies Vera, a radically different world comprising a sprawling desert, a cyberpunk metropolis, and a breathtakingly deep underwater realm known as the Grand Sea.
Have fun with that. I hope you all have fun.
I thought it looked cool. It reminded me of is this the Ni no Kuni one? I thought looked like it.
Yeah.
It looks cool. Probably won't play it. I think it's Perfect World doesn't do Genshin, right? Or is this from the same studio?
Actually, yes. I'm pretty sure it does. I will double check as you read the next one.
Yeah, because if it's like one of those, I'm out. I just don't like that.
It definitely is, because I used to do PR for this one.
Okay. Then came Revealing Ultros from Hadok, an indie title in the year of 2024. Joe vibes, Hollow Knight meets Metroid, and I got those same vibes. It's an exploration adventure style game grounded in sci-fi, layered in mystery with deep lore and meta themes. Players will want to explore every nook and cranny of the game to understand and share information of what the truth really is. The opening of the game exemplifies mystery. Our protagonist, Ouija, wakes up after seemingly crashing her ship on a giant cosmic sarcophagus, carrying an ancient evil entity known as Ultros. We've all been there, right? Caught, that's written, by the way, it's not me. Caught in the eternal loop of a black hole, anyone unlikely enough to be trapped in the sarcophagus will have their psyche undergo scrutinizing attacks. Ouija feels the need to venture across the time loops and break this eternal cycle. This loop-based gameplay mechanic means that across multiple runs, you'll uncover secrets at every turn, all whilst unlocking different abilities on a branching skill tree. This means you can cater to your preferred playstyle and impact the environment across different loops. Yes, please.
Yes, please. And I anything we say about this game does not do it justice.
No.
Go check out this trailer. It looks incredibly unique. I am 100%
If you like colors like
game.
me, watch this trailer.
Big fan of colors. Go
Big
watch
fan of
Revealing
colors.
Ultros.
It's really, really, really cool looking.
Yeah.
Then we get Dragon's Dogma 2 from Capcom 2024. Joe vibes. Looks great.
Looks great.
The first title in the Dragon's Dogma series initially launched in 2012. It gained popularity as a one-of-a-kind action RPG thanks to its polished action and combat, as well as a unique system that made the player feel as if accompanied by others through pawns, mysterious otherworldly beings. Dragon's Dogma 2 follows in its footsteps, elevating these elements further to create a truly immersive fantasy world for your adventures ahead.
Ooh wee. This game looks great. This game looks like a ton of fun. Dragon's Dogma there's such like it's like a cult classic almost. Like the people that have played this game, because it was super niche back in the day. Like it did not hit as well as I think Capcom would have hoped. So it's surprising that it's gotten a sequel this later on in its life. But like seeing Capcom try again with this series because they know it's beloved, and knowing that it may find a footing here is really cool to see. This game looks great. Just looks great. Yeah.
Sweet. And then was this first one officially confirmed for PSVR 2? Because they didn't have it as part of the trailer.
Yes, it is confirmed
Weird
for PSVR 2.
didn't...
The next game we're talking about.
Yeah, not Dragon's Dogma 2. It's weird how that wasn't on the trailer at all.
Very strange.
Yeah.
Yes.
But PSVR 2 time. It started out with Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2, which is PSVR 2, which is been confirmed after the fact.
There you go.
I mean, we could have assumed so.
Yeah, first person's perspective.
Yeah.
But we were just stuck in an elevator for like a minute.
Happy for your Five Nights fans, but just not for us.
But let me tell you something about this segment. This is where things get really exciting for me.
Sure, yeah.
Like this is where the showcase actually really starts to ramp up.
I agree.
And me enjoying pretty much every other game that comes out here.
Agree. Followed by Arizona Sunshine 2, Vertigo Games, 2023. I'll let you read the vibes for this one.
All right, guys. My vibes for this game is funny as all right. It has vibes of Saints Row meets Fred meets zombies. You might be saying, who's Fred? Fred is the name of the zombies in this game because the protagonist has just named every zombie Fred. It's that type of game.
Yeah.
I am so in. I've never played the first Arizona Sunshine. I only heard really good things about it. So this makes me actually want to go back and try the first game. I loved what I saw here.
Yeah, it looked like a fun time.
Yeah, real fun time. I'm all about it.
Followed by
what about this next game, Kyle?
Resident Evil 4 VR mode.
Yeah, that's
it's
right.
Too scary for me. Looks cool. Stunned that we got the same kind of ending as the original announcement of VR is now officially in development.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It's It is what it is, but I'm excited for this game.
You're
Seeing the
crazy.
Dude, just seeing you with the gun, blocking with like it's the same mechanics you're using in RE4. The same ones we love, like parrying with the knife. You're doing it, you're raising it up to block like the chainsaw guy. You're putting both hands on the blade so he doesn't cut your goddamn head off. Like that is awesome.
No, thank you.
All right, fair enough.
I can't imagine going up with some of those enemies later in the game in VR.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
And how quickly are you gonna have to like
Actually, now that you say I'm gonna
turn?
fight regenerators in
Yes.
first person.
Yeah. And also like how quickly you are overwhelmed in the remake.
Yeah.
Are you going to be constantly looking around and having to turn and whatnot? Like it'd be interesting how they do that for VR because I haven't played any of the RE stuff in VR, so I don't know if that is the case where you are turning a whole lot, and I wonder if that is like motion sickness central for a lot of people. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, only time will tell here.
Yeah.
No date on this game though. No date.
I love Dewani Raksha in chat. Was it 12 months for Resident Evil Village from flat to VR?
I think so. From
but
flat
yeah,
to VR.
I think that's the right time frame. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Kyle. Let's get this next one out of the way.
Don't show. This is me. This is not the whatever. Don't show Firewall Ultra. Don't show that. No.
Would hate to see something that looks really great.
Yeah, Crossfire Sierra Squad VR from Smilegate. All right.
Listen, after the reviews of the flat version of Crossfire, I'm not in for this. This didn't spark hope in me either. So
Firewall is just there. Why didn't we just see Firewall?
I know they're afraid. That's why.
Boy.
I know.
But then we got a Beat Saber Shadow Drop, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And this info is with a Queen music pack.
Yes.
Out today. This is courtesy of Wario. Tweeted out Beat Saber for PSVR 2 is up on PSN for $29.99 cross buy / free if you already own the PSVR 1 version.
Very, very cool.
Which I do, so I'm very excited. I don't have to spend money.
Yeah, and I think that was a one big concern for a lot of folks of just like, if this isn't backwards compatible, we have problems. So looking like it's a free upgrade, that's such a huge win. So I think this could actually get more people into the VR train simply because now you don't have to worry about, hey, is my Linkin Park track staying or going? It's gonna stay with you. So
yeah,
awesome.
Yep.
I'm downloading this ASAP. I'm playing it tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right, next one, Kyle.
And then the final VR game, Synapse from End Dreams. Synapse takes place on the eve of a devastating global attack, masterminded by the nefarious Colonel Peter Conrad. Once a respected Black Ops leader, the Colonel has since gone rogue and become a notorious enemy of the state, whose twisted thinking has reached dangerous new levels as he reemerges onto the world stage, threatening Armageddon. That's where you come in. You play as a highly trained operative, uniquely equipped to extract the information needed to stop the attack. After activating a scanner connected to the Colonel, you're transported into the neurosynaptic relay, a gateway within the Colonel's mind.
Okay, this is Inception, and I dig it. This is a really cool looking not science. Well, it is science fiction, but it's like Control vibes, y'all. Like this looks like a ton of fun. End Dreams makes some terrific VR titles, so Synapse is a day one for me. They made the Far Cry VR game, and then there is an awesome sledding VR game that they made where you're shooting and stuff. Oh, it's I'm blanking on it now, but this game I'm really excited for.
Sure.
Yeah.
Also for people in chat that were talking about the music pack, not for Beat Saber, not actually containing music from Queen. It is 11 iconic songs from the rock band Queen.
Ooh, we
And it's the
loved it.
pack is for 14 or 13.99, so $14.
Okay, so the pack is the thing that they're gonna try to get you on.
Yeah. So if you want the
Fair
Queen
enough.
stuff, you're gonna have to pony up $14.
Yeah, it's Queen.
Yeah, yeah, duh.
Yeah, that is actually not thinking about it. How could we think it's free? It's literally it's
Yeah, yeah.
Queen.
But going
Yeah,
back to Synapse, I think this looks really cool.
yeah.
Um, it reminds me a lot of Jesse's powers and control, where you're picking things
Yes.
up and throwing them, and still have this really cool weapon in your other hand. I'm very excited. I don't do a lot of shooters in VR, or any kind of shooting in VR, other than Pistol Whip. But like,
Yeah. Proct was the game that I was thinking of.
okay,
That they did. Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Kyle, this is part of the
Yeah, go
podcast
for
that
it.
I'm going to take control of.
Yes, please.
Not because you're not doing a great job. You're doing fantastic.
I'm not doing that great.
Oh my gosh. Please have some confidence. Jeez Louise.
That was
It's
a
because
joke. Relax.
I've written this in Joe language.
Yes, you have absolutely have, and I'm gonna let you talk about it because you called it, and I didn't even know what the hell this is.
Yeah. After like the first image, I called it. We now know Bungie's next game after Destiny. It is Marathon. This is awesome. Marathon is Bungie's first game. Put an asterisk on that. Marathon is back in the day, Apple needed a game that could compete with Doom because Doom was taking over the world and Doom was, synonymous with Windows, right? Like Bill Gates had it on stage. And so Steve Jobs, in a panic, said, "We need a Doom." And Bungie answered the call with Marathon. Now, this Marathon, it looks like it's changing up the art style a bit, but again, I could still see by the planet and the structure that's collided into it. You could still see it's Marathon. Uh, at the same exact time, it seems like there's a multiplayer component to it. This is another CG trailer, but we got the vibes to this is another multiplayer shooter by Bungie.
PvP is the
PvP. Yeah, so awesome. This gets me really excited. Next, after that,
really quickly,
yeah,
in
Kyle.
the blog post about Marathon. Let me see who's actually
Real
talking
quick, because
about
we're
this.
going really late.
Brian, the editorial lead of Bungie, says the next time you see Marathon, you're going to see gameplay, and it'll be much closer to launch. So it's probably going to go away for a bit, but the next time we see it, we're going to see gameplay and everything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Then we get Concord by Firewalk Studios. This is the CG trailer you had complaints about, and I can't blame you here, Kyle, because this is, from what we saw a spaceship flying in space.
Mhm.
Give me Guardians vibes as it's like
And
traveling through.
the vibes are great.
Yeah, vibe check,
Just
loving
like,
it.
We're not fighting on that ship.
We're just looking at things on the ship.
Yeah.
And it's kind of
What's the
giving me
game?
this 80s sci-fi inspired like art piece. Or not art piece, but like, yeah, period piece. I dig it. I really dig it.
Yeah.
It's like what the 80s would think the future was like. It's like Back to the Future, where it's like 20 years in the future, everybody's got flying cars in 2020.
if any thing that was shown off needed a talking head after it, it's this one.
Yeah. We can't. Again, I think there's mistakes to this showcase that PlayStation is, I think, furiously taking notes on.
Yeah.
Then we get Destiny 2 The Final Shape. Learn more on August 22nd. The big reveal here is that Cade is back. Cade supposedly died in one of the DLCs. I'm totally blanking on the name. And he's back. And he doesn't even know how.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see this. Honestly, I think maybe it's just the cool like Warlock pieces that we're getting, inspired by PlayStation Studios.
Stuff, yeah.
That's getting me here, but I think this is the final push to get me into Destiny 2.
Yeah. It's cool, and I love that even as I've been out of Destiny for so long, I still know the story beats because of the trailers. I'm like, oh, he's supposed to be dead. That's crazy.
It's Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, what?
That is Nathan Fillion's voice.
Yeah.
They got him back.
Yeah.
God bless.
Love it, love it, love it.
Okay, he's not. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
boy. Oh, boy.
Oh, this is a video game showcase. But I get it. I get it. It is a video game, transmedia.
Mm-hmm.
Gran Turismo trailer, the same trailer we've seen.
Yeah.
I kid you not.
If you're gonna show a movie or something of this thing, give us a longer Twisted Metal trailer.
Yes.
I would have rather that than the same Gran Turismo trailer we've seen a whole bunch.
And I mean, the show's out in like a month, so like you would think, or a month or two.
Man.
Like I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. A big swing and a miss here. Listen, we're in the minority here because everybody else around me goes, Gran Turismo trailer looks good.
Oh, I think it's gonna be fine.
I think it looks awful.
That's fine.
All right, just me. Okay, now here's where I get a little excited about stupid things that I shouldn't get excited about. I get it. Earbuds. That's right. Jim Ryan's like coming out on stage. What up, y'all? We got new accessories. Here's the ticket. All right. Shout out to one of the fine people in chat that mentioned this on the pre-show. Project Leonardo has a name now. It's now called the Access controller. So like it's an official product now. It's out of the project stage. Really awesome to have a moment here to showcase it. And I think by not showcasing the accessibility controller from them,
and only
is
having
a
it
huge
in the montage at the end.
Yeah, it's a huge disservice. A huge disservice. So that's I didn't like that. I'm like, come on.
Yep.
Come on now. That said, they got earbuds, lossless audio coming out soon. No date. Could hook up right to your iPhone, your Android device. Great. I'm excited by this because I hate having to wear headphones because I'm getting an indent in my hair. It's been there. Yeah. And now I feel like it's in my skull now. So I really want earbuds. This is actually a day one purchase for me. Excited.
Oh, damn it. YouTube just put in ads again.
That's fine. And then Project Q, the streaming tablet device. Kyle.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Project Q for just a second.
Yeah.
And talk about how inspired the shape is of this device. Take it away.
It's Vita 2. It looks you essentially take a DualSense, you stretch it real hard.
Yep.
You take out the touchpad, you put in a really nice looking OLED screen. I don't know if it's OLED.
Oh, it's LCD. It's LCD.
Put an LCD screen like a Switch without the Joy-Cons attached in between. Put the two sides of the DualSense back together.
Actually, better yet. Let's play around with this. Saw a DualSense controller in half.
Yes.
Take a Nintendo Switch screen, place it in the middle, and put both ends of the DualShock on the ends of those screens. That's the what is it? Project Q device.
Which you'll hear about later this year, more about later this year, they said.
I'm gonna be real with you, Kyle. I get it. This is a streaming device. Oh, let's hook up to the internet. Come cry me a river. I thought this thing looks cool.
It does look cool.
I can't wait.
To have all the features of a DualSense, and be able to play it wherever. Like I know I said live, like I'd go upstairs in my room and play it in my bed, like I would a Switch or something. Is exciting. What has me even more excited is I have a hammock outside. I'm just gonna bring that outside and lay in a hammock and play some PlayStation 5 games and not feel like I'm missing out because I don't have the DualSense in my hand.
And like. I've seen some people going, it's not OLED. Yeah, you don't need it. It's a streaming device. We're not here streaming this game in 4K. We're probably streaming it at 720 max 1080. So like to me, this is actually a perfect little device for like a second screen when I'm like wanting to just chill on the couch, or even when I'm out on work on my lunch break, just plug into the Wi-Fi and have fun.
PlayStation's like, we've heard gamers need to touch grass. Well, bring this outside with you.
Exactly. This gives you a reason. And from what Jim Ryan has stated about, cloud in the future of PlayStation's portfolio in the coming months, I'm really interested in this device of what's in store for us in terms of streaming actual PlayStation 5 games, not having to do the remote play garbage and actually have some type of comparable service. That's what gets me excited here.
Yeah, it was cool.
All right, Kyle. Let's just dive right into it. The
Yeah.
one more thing, that wasn't really the one more thing. The
No.
only thing that any of our predictions, anyone's predictions, got right besides Metal Gear being here.
Yep.
Spider-Man 2 on
Oh
PlayStation 5,
boy. I have
made by
thoughts.
Insomniac Games. We all know they're wizards. And let me read you this description. Ready?
Yep. Go for it.
We start in a jungle.
Yep.
Guy's wandering around. He looks tough, he looks menacing, but all of a sudden, he gets predated.
Yep.
We think this man is Craven the Hunter.
Yep.
Nay,
Nope.
Craven the Hunter was hunting him.
Yeah.
He is sick of all this loser game. He wants to find the ultimate hunt because he thought hunting humans was going to be the ultimate hunt. Nay, not enough. Now they share him a screen of all the metahumans
Yeah.
in New York City. And we see a whole bunch of familiar faces like Taskmaster, Black Cat, Miles Morales, Peter Parker,
Kingpin
Tombstone,
was in there.
a few others.
Yep.
Craven has a new hunting ground.
Yep.
Meanwhile, cut.
6 months
We're
later,
out of the jungle. 6 months later, where are we? We're
Queens.
at we're in Queens
Yeah.
at May's house,
Mhm.
and or what we're assuming is May's house.
We assume.
And Peter
Yeah.
gets jettisoned out of the basement, and he is fighting a whole bunch of soldier dudes as he's chasing after who else but the lizard. But here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing that's different about Peter this time around. There's no reveal of the black suit in this game. You're not going to get that. You're just starting. They just literally give you Peter in the black symbiote suit.
Mm,
How do you feel about that, Kyle? They said this isn't the surprise you think it is. We're just going to show you in the game, the first gameplay you see, Peter in the black suit.
I don't think. I still think that's going to happen way later in the real game.
Oh yeah?
I think this was just for a trailer, similar to how, like, when the first game was shown off, we saw the Raft prison escape. That didn't happen right away. There was a lot
True.
that happened beforehand. So I still think there's going to be a build up to the symbiote and it attaching Peter. It's very cool. I loved it.
Why am I feeling if there's a but here?
I'm one of these people did not want to see him in the black suit in the trailer.
Oh, too bad. So
I
sad.
wish it was a little bit of a surprise because I feel like they gave away a lot in that story that I was hoping to be excited about and surprised about in the moment. Like,
Well,
to me,
that's
this
why-
is just leading up to Miles versus Peter in the game.
And I think they lead it to a very interesting situation where Miles is kind of talking with Genki here of like Peter's acting weird.
Yeah.
This is not what he normally acts like.
Yep.
This is not the Peter I know. And it is leading to like Miles may be the one that has to step in front of Peter and say, enough is enough, take off that suit. You don't need it. He's about to Han Solo him, you know?
Really cool thing that we picked up on is in the combat specifically, they kind of took away the gadget wheel.
Yep.
And now all your powers and stuff are tied to L1, R1. You just hold it down and then the face button. So I'm assuming the arrows for L1 and then the symbols with R1.
Yeah.
And maybe you're going to switch them out and like your Spidey will have access to different gadgets than I would.
Right.
Which is cool. I like that. It's very clean.
Yeah, a very clean
No
UI,
more
very
pausing the
minimalistic.
combat to pick a gadget, whatever. It's just like you're in the moment.
It seems like it's going to be really fast. Just
Yes.
spam, switch to a gadget gizmo. And then it also lends to what we see here. So Peter's in the black suit, and his play style is way more aggressive. It's much more, and I know this sounds stupid when you say it, but bear with me here, violent. Like he doesn't care about the fact that he's hurting these people or he could kill them. You're seeing
sure
the
he
tendrils.
spiked some woman into the ground with the
Oh.
tendrils.
He spiked 5 people in the ground.
Yay.
Yeah, the tendril play is, it's gonna get a lot of freaks out there excited.
Oh, boy.
But
just saying tendril play.
I know
We gotta
Ooh-wee.
age-gate the show even more now.
You're right. Let me bleep that out. Tendril play.
I still heard it.
Ah, damn. Maybe my box here is broken.
Mm,
Oh, play.
there you
You
go.
still heard it?
Nope.
There you
go.
go. Sounded worse?
Yes, very much so. The fact you saying
All
my
right, play.
box is broken made it way worse.
Ah, oh, you're right. You're right. My Go XLR box that powers up my microphone is broken.
Oh, yeah.
Um, this was his play style. It seems like it's more also like ground based. Like we're not seeing him jump in the air and juggle people as much.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very in your face type of play style. I really dug it.
I love how to block incoming projectiles, he like moves the suit out of his arms to create like a, I don't want to say it, tendril like shield.
Oh no. Yeah.
It's very cool.
And just for the audio listeners, I don't know why there's a pack of dogs outside fighting each other.
I saw a little bit or heard of it.
Yeah, very loud, very loud. So apparently my neighbor's dogs can bark, but if mine just does, God forbid. Okay, Kyle. A little background into the feud we have with my neighbor. Let's go back to now Miles. So all of a sudden, Peter's like, okay, Lizard is somewhere else. I can't get to him in time. Miles, you're up. Mm-hmm. And you are 100%, 10% right, Kyle. It is a GTA 4 style transition from
5.
Peter to, sorry, 5.
4, yeah.
Peter to Miles. Miles is just doing his own thing. He's texting on a rooftop. He's like, all right, I'm on it. Just web blasts his way from like 2 antennas, just swings out of the way, right, into the metropolitan area. And man, is New York beautiful and bigger, and you are way faster.
Yeah,
and now it's not just...
It's Miles in Harlem.
Yeah, he's not just thwipping around. He's got a wingsuit.
He's just gliding on through.
That's right.
Yeah. I hope
paying homage to the classic suits that have the little wingsuits in them. I love it.
I hope that this moment of switching between Spideys isn't just mission based. Probably is.
Yeah.
I would love to just switch on the fly. But still super cool. Instead of there always being at the same mission together, I
Fair
like
enough.
covering more ground with them in different locations. It's cool.
All right. Now we get to Miles, and he's doing some sneaking around. He's walking around. He's walking on walls like a web crawler would. Now, here's the thing with Spider-Man games, right? Or the 2 Spider-Man game that we've played so far.
Yep.
The one thing that I think is often the complaint is like the stealth portions is very much like Arkham, where you're sitting from pillar to pillar and you're just waiting for people to path by you and then to thwip them and beat the crap out of them. Very different here. Now you're actually able to create your own lanes. So you're actually able to connect, a little pathway with your web shooter to go and nab enemies. So you're actually could move around and sneak past people faster and quicker. I really dug that mechanic a lot. That was one thing that a lot of people were now really excited by, was just like, we don't have to wait on a perch and, waste like 30 seconds. Now we can actually actively kind of go there, which I liked a lot.
It makes the stealth sections way more creative of how you solve things, which I really, really like.
Yeah. Takedown animations, of course, are amazing. And Miles plays a bit different than Peter here.
Yeah.
If Peter is now about brute force, Miles is about fluidity. He's about speed. He's about electricity. And all of his powers, it seems like, as from what we've seen so far, play into that. And that... awesome to see. Miles really dispatches all these guys fairly quickly. And there's even one portion where, we saw Peter take down 4 people by, via tendril play. Sorry, I couldn't bleep it out.
Yeah, that's fine.
And it was really brutal, right? Like he's bashing these people on the floor. Miles, it's just a quick, I'm just going to tase you all.
Yeah.
Looked awesome.
Also,
awesome.
Love the aesthetic differences between the two.
Yes.
You pointed it out. The Miles has very much Spider-Verse neon aesthetics to like counter buttons and his health bar I think is like a pixelated heart or something like that. Like I love them making them even more distinct, and it's not just like the same health bar for both and whatnot.
Yeah. They don't seem like they're clones of each other.
No.
They do feel like they are different characters.
Yes.
These are 2 different Spider-Men, which I really liked. And then we get a chase scene. And Kyle, you're going to be really proud of me, I think. I think you're going to be real proud of me.
All right.
Because this chase scene was a little bit reminiscent to me of Infamous 2's opening scene,
Ooh, look at
where like there's a
you.
lot of chaos on this pier and you're trying to
Yeah,
save as many people
yeah.
as you can. It gave me that similar feeling of chaos as you're, just zipping through the Hudson River and you're chasing after the lizard while you're also chasing after Craven while Craven's also chasing after you. Like it was chaotic, but you're still seeing how Miles and Peter are such an effective team together
Hmm.
with those team-based like wombo combos, especially at the end. Um, I can't even describe you what happened
Well,
here.
I'm
It
going.
it was just
There's a
magic.
part of this chase scene where I'm going to bring another PlayStation game from a different studio that
Yeah.
reminded me a whole lot of the Uncharted 4 chase sequence of hopping between bikes and the jeeps going through the town, and then Nate having to he's like hanging on a rope and he's slamming into the bridge or whatnot. That's what this chase scene reminded me of, at least in the beginning, and I'm so for that. I want
Yeah.
big set pieces, and I love the fact that we're not confined to just the island of Manhattan. We're going to the
Yeah.
other boroughs and like Queens, and hopefully we go to the Bronx and Brooklyn and stuff like that too. And it is fully the full city kind of landscape. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, this was obviously the highlight of the
Oh
show.
yeah,
Stellar. And it reminds you, oh,
great
right.
tagline too. Be
Yeah.
greater together.
Together. And it reminded him like, oh, right. This is a PlayStation showcase.
Yeah.
And that was the problem with the showcase was it was a lot of third party stuff and a lot of unknown IP by unknown or unproven developers right now
Yeah.
to us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think the energy around this showcase was as negative as it was. Yeah, I was taken aback by how negative it was.
For sure. And also, back to Spider-Man real quick.
Yeah.
No solid date. Fall
Yes.
2023. What are we doing?
I think they're just saving it for one more media blitz.
I
Uh,
guess so. Maybe
in
a Spider-Man PlayStation State of Play at some point.
something like that. Maybe even like a state of play where they're the headlining. But like we've now already seen enough. This was
Yes.
12 minutes of gameplay. I was not predicting that in the slightest.
Yeah. Well, somebody here was.
I mean, listen, that's why you're the best co-host. So yeah, I was surprised, and again, loved what I saw. We just didn't see enough of those moments of like,
Yep.
right, again, this is a PlayStation show. So
Yep.
at the end of the day, Kyle, that's all the games that were showcased. All the games we saw. At the end of the day, if you were to put not a trophy score to
Nope.
it,
Mm-hmm.
I want something more precise here. A numbered score,
Okay.
more scientific.
Okay. We're doing numbers over letters.
Numbers over letters.
Okay.
What are we grading this thing?
What's the scale? To 10? To 100?
To 10.
To 10.
You
I
can
would
use decimal
give
points.
this no shade at all to the games because the games are awesome that were shown.
Okay.
As a showcase, it's gonna grade at a 6.5 for me.
Fair. Fair.
I think it was okay at best. Again, games look solid, but it's not what I wanted from a showcase.
Right.
And so yeah, I would say 6.5.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm going to be a bit higher than you. I feel like I've come to the point and I've come to this realization is that if the internet hates a state of play, I'm going to like it a lot. If the internet
Fair.
loves the state of play, I'm actually going to be disappointed by it. I've come to this conclusion. I
Yeah.
think, again, if this was a Jeff Keighley joint, this was an 8. This was a solid 8.5 even. This was a great showcase. But as a PlayStation fan, I am not to say I'm not optimistic about the future of PlayStation. We got Spider-Man
Oh,
and
yeah.
we know that there's great games
Yes.
coming from the studios we love. I just would have liked to see them.
Yeah.
I feel the same questions that I had walking into the showcase which is what is after Spider-Man?
Yep.
And like you can't really say it's, you can't say it's Concord because
We don't
that
know
didn't
anything
have
about it.
a
Yeah.
year on it, let alone a date. You can't say that about Fairgames.
Mhm.
It's 2024, maybe.
Mhm.
CG trailer.
Mhm.
We could take them at their word. Yeah, maybe Fair Games is it, but like, is that it?
Mm-hmm.
There has to be more. And so, as a PlayStation fan, I understand why people are disappointed and why they have question marks, and that's why I'm really hoping, but can't give them the benefit of the doubt here, that they're gonna have another showcase by the end of the year that's gonna say, hey, whoa, hey, here's what's coming here.
Get a
You know,
future PlayStation showcase.
yeah, in a future. So I can't grade it on what could be in front of us.
Yeah.
That no, this was, I think, a 7. I think this was a good show.
Yeah.
I just don't. I think though, for a showcase we waited 600 plus days for, yeah, I can understand why this is a big letdown for some people. I could understand it, though I personally don't fully agree with it.
That's where my disappointment lands, for sure.
Yeah. Now, Kyle and audience, you're going to see me do a little clap here. We are closing in on an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like we should hold off on the interview
Oh,
for next week
okay.
because we'd have a 3-hour show.
All right.
And I feel like it's gonna lend itself better for next week. I feel.
I kind of want to take advantage of the Final Fantasy 16 previews.
It's running really late.
Okay.
Fair enough. I'm tired, Kyle. I don't want to edit that much. Ready? We're going to go back to the show?
I guess so. I mean, we tweeted about it being this week.
And I'm a liar and a thief. And I only lied about being a thief.
All right.
Ready for this, boys and girls? Kyle, you have a TED Talk and a rant. So that's the PlayStation Showcase. That's all of it. Again, mixed. That's sad. But you're angry. And I want you to get angry with me here, Kyle.
I need to try to channel that energy, and I'm going to give everyone 10, 15 seconds to, if you have kids around, cover their ears, because I don't have my bleep button.
No.
So I'm going to be dropping some bombs here.
That's fair enough. I'll try my best to add it on. I can't promise anything.
The rage needs to be heard and felt.
Fair. Kyle, it's a little segment we like to call What You've Been Playing.
Yeah.
You've been playing Jedi Survivor and you're angry? Why would you be angry?
I'm angry. I have thoughts about the game itself, which I will save until we do our Road to Greatness episode on it.
Fair enough.
But this TED Talk, it's a good game. It's a great game. However,
yeah,
fuck these Frog Ogdo Bogdo fucks. You know what I'm saying? Not only are they super cheesy, and the devs at Respawn were like, oh, let's make these enemies as hard as you thought they were in the first game, as like a little troll meme thing.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Like their moves are so incredibly hard to tell what's coming. They are so incredibly quick. The connections between one-hit kill moves are, there's no moving out of the way. The dodge isn't far enough or quick enough. That it's not fun. And I spent almost 3 days trying to fight that boss. I don't want to spoil the other one, not the main, not the one in the main game, but you do come across it again. That fight is so incredibly frustrating. Yeah. So like it's not fair and it's not fun. And you praised it when you're talking about how it rewards you. It doesn't treat you like you're dumb because you played the first one. And like Cal has most of the same powers. Well, why can't I force pull that dude's tongue and cut it off and like do massive chunks of damage to it? Why take that away from me? I'm a Jedi. I'm only learning to use my powers more and more as time has gone on since we last left Cal. And you're gonna tell me that he forgot that? I thought Jedis know all. What are we doing? You're telling me Cal forgot how to do that thing?
Oh boy.
It's incredibly frustrating. And it was fun or it was like a very trolly thing for them to do.
Fair enough.
Man, I've never wanted to slam my DualSense onto the floor so hard ever in my life, except for that fight.
Fair enough. Those were not fun frogs. What I'm thinking about
Those are
What I'm
not
thinking
fun
about.
frogs.
Those are not fun frogs. Your Calcus is you're fighting the Galactic Empire, right?
Yeah.
The elite of the elite
Yeah.
is coming after you. You know, Darth Vader himself is chasing after you with
Yeah.
his
Bounty hunters are
sickest of all
coming for
goons.
your ass, but you know what?
Exactly.
These frogs?
These frogs, though,
Oh my god.
they might have.
Sephiroth levels of
If they had some of those frogs during Order 66, I think the Jedi's may have won.
You're gonna tell me that this version of Millennia is this dumb fucking frog? Respawn was like, you know what, Elden Ring? Millennia is pretty damn hard. We're gonna bring back this dumb frog and make it the hardest thing ever.
I'm just thinking of Ogno Bogno going like, my name is Ogno Bogno. I've never known defeat.
And then it just flips its tongue out.
Hot damn, I've been playing more Zelda. That's it. It's all. It's just all self-consuming. Kyle, you are right, by the way. I have played in the week 2 weeks now. I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom. 40 plus hours. The Nintendo Switch has told me. I have an addiction, I have a problem, and I can't stop.
Makes sense.
I won't stop. I'm excited to play it sometime, hopefully tonight.
Can't stop, won't stop.
All right, Kyle. Are you ready? Are you holding on to something?
Yes.
All right. It's time to prepare the drop. Here are the latest steals and deals coming to the PlayStation storefront. On May 23rd, we have After Us on PS5. We have The Convergence, a League of Legends. A League of Leagues. Streaming for 18 plus hours. A League of Legends story on PS5, PS4. Glitch Busters, Stuck on You on PS4. Miasmia Chronicles on PS5. Star Trek Resurgence on PS5, PS4. Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun on PS5. That game looks sick. It is literally like 90s inspired Doom, but Warhammer.
Cool.
Dope. May 24th, Fight in Tight Spaces on PS4. Torino on PS5, PS4. On May 25th, Hello Neighbor Search and Rescue on PS5. Kizuna AI Torch of the Beat on PS4. Knock Bow plus Arrow Soccer on PSVR 2, Protodroid Delta on PS4, Railway Empire 2 on PS5, PS4, Lord of the Rings Gollum on PS5. And before I get into the next bit of it here, y'all can give me like harder words to like pronounce here. Give me some wild stuff. You know, it's like hip hop anonymous. Come on, god damn it. May 26th, Chronicles of Two Heroes.
Amaterasu.
How did you get that?
Because I read this on 6-1 Indie last week. So
Wrath on PS5. Forspoken. Intanta. Shut your beautiful mouth. Forspoken. Intanta We Trust on PS5.
That's the DLC,
Home
right?
Sheep. Yes. Yeah. Home Sheep Home. Farmageddon Party Edition on PS5, PS4, Monster Menu, The Scavenger's Cookbook on PS5, PS4, and Onigo Hunter on PS5, PS4. Wow, we got through that one together, guys. That was a challenge.
You did great.
I don't think I did.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle. It's time for our last segment of the night and our favorite segment of the night, and one that y'all had some opinions on. So we want to read as many as we can here. There's so many submissions. And because my voice is getting tired, we're going to read one. I'll start and then, we go back and forth. So that said, it's time.
Okay, I was about to say.
For the Sony Pony Express. Yeah. That's right, couple. Dirty Leads on Twitter. We asked y'all, how did you think about the PlayStation Showcase? Where would you rate it? What were your highlights, your lowlights, all that stuff? On Twitter, they write, a little concerned about the gaming industry. Every developer seems fixated on washed-out futuristic fluorescent shooters. Aside from Spider-Man, what is there in the PlayStation Showcase that really stands out? Another AC? A MGS remake, maybe? I mean, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And I think now we're starting to see PlayStation try to trace that trend. And what did we say? I mean, like, we've been preparing y'all for this moment. I don't think many of their games of service games are going to succeed. I think some of them will, and I don't think most of them are supposed to last 10 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
this is Sony's new strategy. This is Jim Ryan's PlayStation. And if that concerns you, I can't I can't steer you away from that concern.
Sure.
Can't.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle.
The good sir. Great stream, guys. Thinking about the showcase, it's probably an 8 out of 10 for me if I had to put a number on it. Phantom Blade 0, Alan Wake 2, Spider-Man 2, and every indie hit for me. While there were definitely things that weren't for me, and more that I wish we got news about, I thought Sony had a pretty good showcase overall.
Good sir. Good on you, sir.
Nice.
Good on you. Katie writes in. So overall, I give that showcase an 8 out of 10 for me. Look at us being all positive. There was some stuff in there that got me hyped. Metal Gear Solid Remake, Spider-Man 2, AC Mirage, Final Fantasy 16. I really like the indies that we got coverage on. They came out hard with Spider-Man 2 gameplay. The Metal Gear Solid 3 remake trailer was interesting, and I originally wanted to kill it with fire because of the close-up shots of the ants. But when you saw Snake and that music, I died and went to heaven. Yeah, man, I really like that Metal Gear Solid trailer.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Because I was like, is this you said it, is this an Anaconda movie game?
What in the Jurassic Park's going on here? Savoy Prime writes in, I'd give the show a B. Good variety. Quite a few I'm interested in, but would have liked more first-party games being shown. Tad bit disappointed. Starting to look like Little Devil Inside is probably canceled because we haven't seen that in a long time. Agreed.
You think it's canceled?
Not canceled. Just like, why wasn't it here? It had its own state of play.
Yeah, right.
Goodbye Volcano High, out in August. Why wasn't it here? I'm very confused.
Fair. I mean, valid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Edward Fudge writes in 7 out of 10. Too much focus on live service. Highlights were multi-platform. Where are the Sony studios? And again, I think this is PlayStation kind of going a little bit too far of what they learned, because like before our complaint was you show us way too many things that are too far away too many times. And now it's like, could you just show us something right now, please?
Yeah.
Because you're not, like, the thing is that I get the aggravation. You're not talking to us as much. Where are you guys?
Yeah.
So I understand that frustration. And Edward Fudge, not to put pressure on you, not what this is about. Are you a gold member on Patreon? I know you're, I think, a patron. Let me know. I'm going to redo the list because it's all messed up. So let me know so I can fix it. If not, don't worry. Don't feel pressure.
Ask what not why writes in. Sorry, Joe. Were you continuing something?
No. Yeah, I would feel bad. My guilt would come in.
I gotcha. Yeah. Ask what not why writes in. Just finished watching and wow, Phantom Blade 0 absolutely looks like a Jose game.
Yeah.
Why was I crying with that Neva trailer? I mean, I was crying too, but I know why. And I'm very intrigued to learn more about Marathon. That Spider-Man 2 gameplay looked insane, and these PS earbuds. I think this was a solid 8 out of 10, 4 out of 5 stars, and a gold trophy earned showcase.
Ooh, yes, Jose. Yes. Hobgoblin writes 6.5 for me. For nearly a 2-year gap since the last one is being about PS5 and PSVR 2 and a Sony showcase, I didn't feel like they showed nowhere near enough from their studios. Only Spider-Man 2 held my eye interest. Fair. Again, we're seeing like a wide range. It's like it's anywhere between like 6.5 to 8. It seems like it's a sweet spot. Yeah.
Yuna, 7 out of 10 or 6 out of 10 for me. It was not a bad showcase with MGS3 Remake being announced alongside the first 3 games on Master Collection coming to PS5, and some good games that look interesting, but they definitely cons or there were definitely cons to the show. Like, no release date for Spider-Man 2 feels weird to me. Same. The earbuds look cool, and if that's going to make me be able to use earbuds on PS5, then that will be cool. But overall, was it worth the hype? For me, not really, but that's just me being a certain type of gamer.
Fair enough. The Muffin Mon writes in, I give the showcase a solid B. Certainly underwhelmed. Spider-Man 2 looks amazing, but it was mostly third-party games. Very few release dates. Overall, still very unclear about the future of PlayStation first party. Highlights: Phantom Blade 0, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, Alan Wake 2. Basically everything I was already excited for. Fair. Yeah. Again, I think the overarching theme here is like we're still unsure about the showcase. Like we're still unsure about the future. And I would say that is I think a failure on whoever put this together, because we
Yeah.
should be excited about the future, not still have
We
questions
should be
about
talking about this is 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10 across the board.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're not, and we're saying where are the PlayStation Studios is a problem for a PlayStation showcase.
Yeah. Fair.
Toxic writes in, give the show a B because there was simply too much shown without even a release window. Spider-Man not getting its date is ridiculous, but the game looks great. Other than Spooderman, I'm most excited for Phantom Blade Zero, Snake Eater, AC Mirage, and Neva. I teared up watching that, and I'm sure the Green Gorilla Gamer is with me on where is Little Devil Inside? Same.
It's coming, y'all. It's coming.
I don't know.
Don't worry. There'll be another showcase. There'll be another state of play. Everything will be okay. Your question shall be answered in time. Dewane Rocksha writes, I enjoyed the showcase. I give it a 7 out of 10. I know people are pumped for Beat Saber, but the PSVR 2 content was actually pretty disappointing for me. Ooh, shocker. There was a lot of talk about games being available both flat and in VR. When the new headset was revealed, and maybe I'm being impatient as it's still super early in the life cycle of the device like this, but there haven't been any hints or suggestions about anything like that. Do you think this stuff is coming, or will there always be a very clearly defined line between VR and flat games? I think there will be a very clear line between VR and quote unquote flat games, right?
Yeah.
The games we're more akin to, because I think VR games are still experimenting a lot with concepts.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're not going to see like GTA 6 ain't going to be VR, but you're going to see something wacky and kooky and physics focused at a PSVR for sure.
Yeah. Although GTA 5 had that first person mode.
They did.
So who knows if they turn that into a VR thing.
Oh, dude, you have to turn every asset into a VR asset.
Listen,
all right. You're right. You know what?
They're
Shelnick wants
worth a quadrillion dollars with how many times they sold GTA 5.
Fair.
Final one comes from Will to Kill. I'm going to start off with a 5 to 5.5 out of 10 because the most interesting thing I was into was the equipment. Then it gets an additional 1 point because I'm a bad person who bad chuckled at the beginning because of the character crying over the dead deer. Oh, Will. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, listen, he's not Will to kill for nothing. He's not Will to grant rainbows and sunshine.
Fair.
You know?
Then I'm going to give it another addition, 0.5 points, because the Arizona Sunshine or Sunrise, I don't know, honestly, because they lost me at PSVR 2, for the good chuckle moment with the guy making the Severhead talk, bringing the total to 7 out of 10. It could have been better, but nothing but the equipment really caught my eye, and I'm going to get AC anyways, knowing I'll play half the game, get ADHD brain, and never play it again, so not worthy of any additional points due to my lack of restraint when it comes to buying AC games. LOL.
Fair enough. Will it kill?
Appreciate the honesty.
I appreciate the honesty. I like where your head's at. I gotta say it. You know, it's not screwed on right, but I like where it's at right now. Don't move it. You know? Oh my goodness. I feel like we'd get along. All right, Kyle. Again, wide range of thoughts and impressions here. I don't think this is what PlayStation wanted.
Nope. Should have been a surefire home run talking about the greatest showcase ever because it's been 2 years.
Yeah. Instead, now I feel like Xbox has an opportunity to impress people.
If you want to go into the Xbox versus PlayStation battle,
I will. Because I feel like they did.
They immediately after the showcase, by the way, were like, here are all the games that are showed off that are also on Xbox.
And guess what?
There's a lot of
it's way more than half of that showcase. Yeah. Like it's what's it?
Which does
3,
happen
6,
when Xbox
9.
does their thing. PlayStation will also do something.
12 of those games. Yeah. And that's not even counting, Marathon or Destiny. Again, sure. I get it, but this is a good, after all the bad PR that Phil and team has had over the last few weeks, I think they could probably breathe a sigh of relief going, okay, we know none of our games are going to be Spider-Man level, but we got a chance to really surprise some folks and get maybe a positive news cycle for once.
Is that after Summer Game Fest or before Summer Game Fest?
I believe
it's 11th?
It's
so
after Summer Games Fest.
Okay.
Yeah. That said, Kyle,
real quick, have we said what we're doing for Summer Game Fest? Are we live reacting to it?
We should. We ought to.
I agree.
Yes.
I'm just
absolutely. Summer Games Fest is the 8th, correct?
Yeah, so 2 weeks from today.
Absolutely. We will be here reacting live to the Summer Game Fest. And then for the Xbox showcase, just like in years prior, we'll be live reacting to the Xbox showcase with our good friend Luke Lore and Captain Logan over on
Ooh-wee.
XEP.
Am I invited?
Ooh wee. I'll think about it. No, you had a bad day. Of course you are, bud.
All right.
All right, everybody. That's it. That's been the showcase as a whole. Kyle, that's been the trophy room this week. Is there anything you want to highlight before we get on out of here?
Myself, Mr. K-Step, give your four-legged friends a big ol' hug from me. And go check out 61 Indie for all the indie game coverage that I do over there. And look forward to the Ben Starr interview next week.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy
Yeah.
16 lead voice actor for Clive. It's a very cool combo. Can't wait for y'all
Yeah.
to hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. Likewise. You can find me over at Mr. Babbitt on Twitter. You can find the show over at PS Trophy Room on Twitter. You can find us on any podcast service you prefer. And please rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify to get entered into the Diablo 4 giveaway that we have in store and more surprises along the horizon. So, with all that said, and with all that out of the way, everybody, keep your wits about you, keep hunting, and keep playing PlayStation. See you guys.
Love you. We are off of